Hi all, welcome to TechFest Java. In this video, we are going to discuss about one more creational design pattern that is called a prototype design pattern. So, prototype. Before going to jump into the implementation part, we are just check that what is exactly the prototype design pattern and what is the significance of that, and in what all conditions where we can implement the prototype design pattern. So, firstly, as the name suggests of this design pattern is prototype. So, prototype is simply it's used when the object creation is a costly and requires a lot of time and resources. And also, in our application, if we already have a similar kind of object exist, in that case, we implement a prototype design pattern because we know that the memory and resources allocation for creating an object, it is a very costlier thing in our application when it is going to be run in the production. So whenever such object we already have in our running code, and we are able to make it a prototype or make it a copy of that object, and we can use it, then we are going to implement this prototype design pattern. And basically it is providing mechanism where the copying the original object into a new object, and then we are using that for doing any other modifications in the object. So if we take a real-time scenario, suppose we have a employee class, and that employee class having an employee table, and what we have created a database connection, and by that we have fetched one employee data, and then we have populated that data into an employee model class. And now if you want that employee data again and do some modification on that, and we don't want to use that original object, so do we need to pull that object again from the database? No, in that case we will use a prototype design pattern to create a copy of that, because if we are going to make a connection again with the database, fetch again with that employee data, and then populate that data into a model object, it is a heavy process, and also time consuming and resource consuming as well. So to avoid such condition, we are using a prototype design pattern. I'll take a simple example. Now we will just go with the implementation part. For that, I have created a simple Java project where I have taken one main class, and now I'm going to create one more class that is called I would say this employee. And in this employee class, what I'll do, basically I'll create one or two fields. I'll create one field name as first name. I'll create one more field name as last name. Then I'll create one list type of thing like the string and roles. There is an employee who has some roles, right? Like in any of the software company, manager, team lead, and I would say HR, other IT members, or another DBA, or a programmer, junior programmer, tester, all are employees of that company, but their roles are different. Some are working as a programmer, some are working as a team lead, some are working as a tester, some are Java coder, some are .NET coder. So these are the things. So I'll take it that way. And here what I'll do, I'll create one constructor, and in this constructor I'll pass this as initialized it. I'll create this constructor as public, string first name, string last name, and list of string as emp roles. And what I'll do here, I'll just do the initialization. I'll do it fast and then after. Okay, so we have defined the constructor, and now we will just define the getter and generating a getter for this. And then after we have to define the we have to make a copy. So for this, what we have to do, we have to implement a clonable interface, and then we have to make a overriding a clone method, and here we can pass that employee. And what we have to do, we just take it as a first name equal to this dot, or we can do only get first name, which will provide a first name, get first name, then string last name equal to get last name, and then we can do for need to be create a new object of employee and return that object. So before initializing list, I'll tell you what is I'm doing. Creating a new object of employee and returning that, and passing that first name and last name, and here the employee roles. So I can get the employee role by get roles directly, but here we are not directly passing that employee role to employee object. What we have to do, we have to create a clone of this employee role, and that clone need to be passed. So what we have to do here, defining one list of a string type, and here it's called as temp roles, continue array list, and then we will make a for loop, string role, string role, and here I'll just define get roles. So what I'll do here, basically I am getting all the roles from this and adding that roles in this list, and that list I'll pass it here in the employee. So this is the employee class we have been created for this. And now what we will do, in a main class, firstly we need to create an employee class object. So for that, what we will do, we need to create one list of rows which we need to pass it. So I'm creating one array list. And after that I'm just adding some rows in it. So for demo purpose I'm just adding a role of manager, and then after adding a role of programmer, and adding a role of HR, and defining a name of employee. So for that what I'll do, I'm going to create one employee object, employee, p1 equal to new employee, and here in first name I'm just passing TechFest. For example, last name I'm passing Java, and for this I'm just passing tools. Now I want to make the prototype of this object because I have already that object, right? Suppose in real scenarios this object being loaded from the database, these values which came from database which is being loaded into this employee class. So if I want to make another object of this class, and if we go again for hitting a database, getting the values and loading it here, it is very resource consuming and time consuming as well. So what we have to do, we have been created a prototype of this. Okay, so here what we will do, we will create another reference that is called emp2, and what we will do, we will take a clone of emp1. To put it in try const block. Now okay, now what we can do, we can get the list, this roles list, right? And here if we add any other role, like here in our original object we have added 3 roles, right? Manager, programmer and HR. And now in this we are going to add one more role that is called tester, and let's just print both these objects and check what is happening. So original object, which is basically a emp1 dot get roles, and similarly we can print a prototype object that is emp2. Let's just run this program. Okay, so as we can see that in original object there is only 3 roles are there, but in prototype object we can able to add the one more object that is called tester. So similarly in our application, if we want to fetch the either fetch a object or create another object of the same type which is already being exist and do some modifications, So in that case, fetching an object from database and then after doing some modification, it becomes very time consuming as well as resource consuming. So in that case, what we can do, we can use a prototype design pattern where we can create a prototype of already having an object. So here, as you can see that the employee one already having, so we have created a prototype of that is employee 2, and then we do the modification. So that is the business case for a prototype design pattern. That's it in this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thanks.